Welcome to Thought for Shabbat for Friday, May 15th. This week we begin reading the book of Numbers. As we follow the Israelites' journey to freedom as they left Egypt, the book of Numbers begins with a census. That's actually one of the reasons why we call it the book of Numbers in English. There's two censuses in the book of Numbers, so there's a lot of numbers, there's a lot of counting. And then in this week's Torah portion, called Bamidbar, meaning in the wilderness, God begins by commanding Moses, take a census of the whole Israelite community by the clans of its ancestral houses. Rabbi Joseph Skloot jokingly suggests that to read the beginning of this portion, we might be reminded of all the ways our lives are reduced to numbers. He writes, the world knows us by our social security numbers and PINs. Job performance and health are quantified and compared. We rank and rate universities, restaurants, wine, cars, even dates. Yet lest we worry that this census might reduce our Israelite ancestors to simply a number, Rashi, who was a medieval commentator for the Torah, explains that God liked to count the Israelites from time to time throughout their journey because God loved them. This was the way God could check on the people and ensure their safety and well-being, especially at moments of transition and change. Like a watchful adult checking on all the children in their care, Rashi imagines God counting the Israelites as they go, keeping track of all those still on their journey. Actually, the Hebrew points to this as a similar conclusion as well when we read the Torah. God is not reducing the Israelites to numbers. In fact, what Moses is commanded to do is Se'u et rosh kol adat b'nei Yisrael. What is often translated as take a census, Se'u et rosh, is more accurately read that Moses is to lift the head of everyone in the community of the children of Israel. There's something quite personal about this process. To lift the head is to invite humanity and individuality into taking the census. Here we can imagine each person lifting their head in acknowledgement of their place in the community, a point of honor. They're not only a number, but also a face and a name, a person with a whole life to be cherished, a treasured part of the community, which God wants to ensure is still along for the ride. Tonight at Shabbat services, we will celebrate confirmation. This is an opportunity for our community to acknowledge the unique individuals of our 10th grade class as they confirm their Jewish identities and what growing up at Shir Hamalot has meant to them. Come join us as each confirmand lifts their head in recognition of their rightful place in our community. This is always a meaningful service and a remarkable achievement for every confirmation class. However, not only is it an opportunity for our 10th grade families to celebrate and excel, it's really a moment of honor for us all, as we hear from these individual treasured members of our community. And then we begin to imagine all that they will now share with the world around them. We are so lucky. We hope to see you there. Shabbat Shalom.